Berdych to serve.
That'd be a good year, wouldn't it? $250,000.
That'd be a good career. Lovell. Let's get courtside for our residence experts. Pat Cash, what do you got?
1-0 Nadal.
Well, yeah, it's hard to go past Rafa, isn't it? But you know, these conditions actually, as seen through the night, suit Thomas. It's a very flat ball. He's happy to hit it down the line to Rafa's backhand or inside out. He can hit a lot of winners. But a nice little start. Breaker serve straight away from Rafa.
He's got a decent record against Berdych. He's won 19 of the 23 matches that they've played on the ATP World Tour. You're always looking for positives, and Berdych will remember the last time he beat Nadal was here at the Australian Open in 2015. Won that match in straight sets in the quarterfinals. So every cloud.
And that's exactly what Pat Cash was just talking about. The direct, flat ball. He's a full foot lower in net clearance on the forehand, Tomáš Berdych, but it's a real rifle shot. If you don't see it early and you're slightly wrong-footed, tough to get to it, as was the case in the previous point. Probably like to see Thomas give us a few of these second serves and nudge. That was a good one.
You've always needed a huge game, haven't you, to be able to get the better of Nadal on the hard court.
2-1 Nadal.
The trouble with Rafa is he's such a physical beast. Even if you have a huge game, you've got to maintain it for hours. And it's tricky to do both physically and then just to play with not much margin and be aggressive and execute really well. I mean, he's the Bjorn Borg, the Jimmy Connors of his era, isn't he? He's all legs, he's all heart. Just never goes away.
Berdych's played with great fluency this evening. Had very little to lose. Now, of course, a very different scenario with all of that money on the line.
Let's listen.
I look at Rafa's returning position. I mean, look, he's a metre and 2 metres behind the Melbourne side. I mean, slider wide, come in, just every now and then. Maybe one every 3 or 4 serves. Surely you're going to get a volley into the open court, just the element of surprise. But that's not really part of Thomas's repertoire. It's how he closed the match out against Raonic earlier this evening.
Success early on for Berdych.
3-2 Berdych.
So important to start well when it's simply the first to 10.
I think the big thing about the early start and just getting your nose in front, you're sort of playing with a casino's chips. You can kind of roll the dice and have a crack at a few. If 1 or 2 of those goes in, all of a sudden you find yourself with a 4 or 5 point lead. So these early exchanges are crucial.
Nadal is challenging the call on the right service line. The ball is called out.
Lefty swinging serve into the forehand hip of Berdych, who mishit it. Was it off the line? Yes, it was. Oh, just. What's that, a millimetre?
Point to Nadal, 3-all.
4 millimetres, so plenty of margin for error there. Both players will be delighted with the start that they've made here.
Ready, mate.
Adam.
I think you heard me just then. Sorry, Jason, I wasn't getting impatient or anything. Leighton, how do you see this matchup between the two? What does Thomas have to do exceptionally well in the next few points to make sure Rafa doesn't get on a bit of a roll?
Yeah, well, as we spoke earlier, he's got such easy power. He's got to serve well, though. If he can make a lot of first serves and get the first hit in, he's got to get Rafa on the run. We know how good Rafa is, moving at the back of the court, but you know he's got to try and open up that backhand as best as he can.
Has much changed the way he hits the ball in 13 years when you kind of first played him here at the Aussie in 2004?
Not really. You know, the way he came about when I first saw him with his forehand was quite incredible. He was the first person that really took that bigger cut of the ball and the spin that he got off the court. And he still does it today.
Very well. Cheers, Leighton.
I guess what's great about having someone like Leighton as your Davis Cup captain is he's got experience in playing all these guys, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he's got the big match experience. He's won the Davis Cup, played all sorts of home and away epic 5-setters in Davis Cup, so we're pretty fortunate. And you know, if you have a look at the people that we've had involved in Davis Cup in Australia over the years, Pat Rafter, John Newcombe, Neil Fraser.
You?
Yeah, well, I snuck in there for a year, but it is terrific that our ex-players want to get back involved in that capacity. They've got a lot to offer.
These two have certainly had much to offer throughout the course of the evening. Filled us with some fabulous tennis. But it's Berdych, who's got a little bit of a lead now, halfway there, 5-3. That's the play, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't serve volleying, was he? But he was quick to see that it was floating. Toppy volley, we'll take that. That's fine. Don't have to change your grip. Just a standard forehand grip. Here it is. Takes it out of the air beautifully.
Good slice serve like that gives you so many options, doesn't it?
I was almost inclined to say go big T over the low part of the net, flat, go for the cheap point, but that was a pretty good 1-2 punch right there.
Nadal's in trouble now.
So he pulls the trigger when he's down on the scoreboard. He's got a deficit, a little more pressure.
7-3, Berdych.
Must-win points for Nadal, this. Brilliant response.
Might be the hallmark of all the great players, isn't it? The bigger the moment, the more pressure, the better they play. They want to take it on. They want the match on their racket. They don't shy away from a difficult situation. But Berdych now 7-4, 2 serves. Wide?
Mr. Nadal is challenging the call on the right.
I'm going out on a limb. I'm saying wide.
The ball is called in.
Oh, it's perfect.
Spot on.
Just like your eyesight.
8-4. Berdych.
What do you think,
Mr. Nadal has no challenges remaining. And we should be changing ends, guys. Let's change it.
That's what I thought.
Well, you called it up here.
Yeah. I thought I'd suddenly got something wrong there. I've done my maths properly.
Well, that is up to the umpire, isn't it? Not the player's fault. No. He should call end changes.
Because they're in the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very focused on the job at hand.
And not familiar with the format. He'll be buying his umpiring cohort around of beers later tonight, I would suggest.
At least. A wry smile on the face of Berdych. 2 points away from pocketing $250,000 US.
And let's not forget the Crown Casino just a stone's throw away from here.
Could double his money, at least. Or lose it all in one fell swoop.
Let's listen.
Okay, he's gone T twice, same result. And net cord. Cashy called it, didn't he? Find that first serve, Leighton, I should say. Cheap points, he's done that beautifully, Berdych. Rafa has not been able to play on the return points.
Bringing up TieBreak 10's championship points.
Single sideline, so this match point for Berdych. It's a nice response.
Berdych.
he's missed it. And it's Tomáš Berdych.
10 points to 5.
Who's the tie-break 10s champion here in Melbourne. And he will leave this evening $250,000 richer. He's played some fantastic tennis throughout the course of the evening and thoroughly deserves his victory. He's been faultless, really. Got off to a perfect start in most of his matches and finished very strongly. It's been a lot of fun. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Players have really enjoyed it, as have the fans here in Margaret Court Arena. But at the end of the evening, Rafa was beaten by a better player. Berdych hardly put a foot wrong. Beat Kyrgios initially 10 points to 8. Beat Dominic Thiem 11 points to 9. And he's finally been able to get the better of Rafa Nadal. Berdych is the tie-break 10s champion here in Melbourne.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed that. 8 of the best players around in the world right now. It's now time for the presentation, including Nick Kyrgios and Lucas Pouille and Milos Raonic, who are going to walk straight through camera right now. It's time for the official presentation. We've got Felicity Barnard, the CEO of TieBreak 10s, right here with our winner of this unique trophy and also the winner of $250,000. Your winner tonight, Tomáš Berdych. Thomas, enjoy that. Thank you for listening. Thank you to everyone here at Margaret Court Arena this evening. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. Enjoy the next 2 weeks here at Melbourne Park. A great lot of tennis coming your way, and the tie-break 10s hopefully back here next year, certainly in New York in March. On behalf of everyone involved, the commentary team here on court as well, thanks again. We'll see you soon.